So in our first part of our practice, we did some of the poses to stretch, to strengthen, and take the time to set up ourselves and hold for about 30 seconds each. So hopefully you saw the part one of this, and this is the second part where we have about 8 to 10 more poses to work with. So let's get started right away. Starting with our standing pose, which is probably the last one in this part two, coming into warrior two legs, which is long and narrow. So your feet are about 4 feet wide, front to back. Extend your arms out in front, reaching through your fingers. Sink your hips down without moving any part of your lower body. Just flip your front palm, take a reverse warrior to find length in your right side body. And then taking a side angle. This is modified side angle, bringing your forearm to your thigh. Right palm faces up. Left arm rises up to the sky, straight up 12 o'clock. Now, see if your right shoulder is hunched or you're pressing too much weight into it. You really want to push away from that right thigh. Your legs are working. Maybe if you want, you can go a little further by spiraling your left arm over your left ear, still looking underneath your left armpit. Good. Feeling that stretch from your left heel to your left fingertips. Turning your ribs up to the sky or ceiling. And then gently come back to take our side angle on the other side. Straighten your leg, turn your feet to the other side. Match your heel to heel, sink low, front ankle over knee, front knee over ankle, reaching your arms out, flip your front palm, and this time I'll show you how you can take it a little deeper by bringing your left hand inside the left foot, right arm up to the sky. So you can try modified side angle. You can try this one, see which works, and you might be able to do different ones on different sides of the body. Good. Right arm over if that's possible, and then pressing that right outer foot down into the mat. Drag the left heel down and back along with your left hip towards your back heel. And then gently circle your arm around, rise back into warrior two, reverse your warrior once again, and straighten your leg, toe heel your feet together. We'll come into our seated poses next. So come to sit, extend your legs out, and you want to make sure you can feel your sits bones on the mat. Extend the legs, flex your thighs, bend your knees, and from here lean back, hold on to the backs of your thighs, and then lift your chest, press it to the sky as you squeeze the shoulders behind you. Keep leaning back, pull the low belly in, lift your one foot, then the other. So at first maybe your knees are bent. Take time to find this stable pose right here. This is bow pose or Savasana. If possible, maybe extend the legs. Keep looking up. Keep lifting chest. Maybe, if possible, release your legs for last 10 seconds. You might be shaking. And then cross at your ankles, come to sit. So you want to take a reverse plank pose next, extending your legs in front, bringing your hands behind you, fingers facing to your hips. Squeeze the shoulders as you pull your chest through your arms. Point the toes. Press into your hands and lift your hips to sky. If your toes happen to touch the ground, you can lean back with your head. or keep looking up. Squeezing the glutes underneath. Feel the shake, feel the burn. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath cycle. And then gently soften the elbows, release your hips down to the floor. Our next pose is a seated forward fold. So making sure your hips are dragging back. Chest is lifted, palms press against those thighs. So flex your thighs, your feet, toes facing your face. Reach your arms up overhead, finding the length. And then lean forward, leading with your chest. Your arms can reach any part of your leg, not necessarily the feet, maybe knees, ankles. And then once you get there, relax your head, your chest. Keep flexing the thighs or a little soft bend in your knees if needed. This is a great stretch if you have low back issues. One slow breath in and slow breath out. From here, coming back to our seated pose, we'll take a seated twist. So bring your right foot outside your left thigh, and you can keep your left leg extended like this. Let's actually do both ways. So I'll keep my left leg extended. You can wrap your left arm around your right knee. Right hand can stay back. This is modified twist, right? So if you've never done this, maybe this is how you want to start. Keep flexing the left foot. Press that right hand down as much as you can. Lift up through your chest and the crown of the head, finding length in your upper body. And then gently twisting over to look to the back, twisting from your side waist. And then come back to center. Switching sides. Let's take the full version this time. So you're going to bend your left knee. Bring your left foot outside your right thigh. As you lean on one side, bring your right foot towards the outer left hip. This time, bring your left hand behind you and then reach your right arm up to find length in your right side body. Hooking your elbow to your knee and then turning your upper body towards the back. The twists are great for indigestion or boosting metabolism. Just taking the toxics out of your system. And they're great stretches. Giving you more flexibility. And then gently coming back to center. Extend your legs out. We're going to actually take one pose on our belly. It's called bow pose. And it can be done one-sided if both legs is too much. So I'm going to show you the full pose first. So bend your knees. Make sure your thighs, your hip flexors are pressing into the mat. Bring your arms back, palms face down. So once I get up, I'm not going to talk much. So feet and knees are hip width apart. You're really pressing your tailbone down towards the mat. Shoulders away from the mat. Hold on to your feet or your ankle. Now squeeze the shoulders behind you. And as you take your breath out, you're going to press your ankles into your hands, which will allow your chest to lift. Take an inhale here. And exhale. The next, I will show you how bow pose can be done on one side. So reach your right arm a little further, bend your left knee, hold your left foot from the inside or your ankle, so it doesn't matter how. Press into the right foot, take an inhale breath, and then press your ankle into your hand. If you want, you can lift your right leg, right hand, and then we'll repeat on the other side. If this extending of the arm is too much, you can always keep it down. Left forearm facing the front edge of the mat, and then just press your ankle into your hand. And then from here, flip onto your back. We have a few poses on our back. So start to lie down. Bend your knees here. We'll take bridge pose. So feet are close to your hips. So you can extend your arms and see how far they are. You should be able to touch your heels. Squeeze the shoulders underneath so your shoulder blades are grounded on the floor or mat. Make sure your knees and feet are hip width apart, not too close, not too far. Now tuck the tailbone here. Press into your heels, slowly peel the hips and your entire spine off the mat. So resting on your shoulder blades, shimmy your shoulders and maybe interlace your fingers underneath your low back. Squeeze your knees towards each other without letting them touch. You can always start with 10 seconds and build it up from there. And then gently lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Windshield wiper your knees from here, side to side. The next pose is fish pose. So we're gonna extend our legs out. Bring your arms by your side. Prop yourself upright on your elbows. Now point your toes and let the head go behind you. This is great for your thyroid, opening up the throat. You can even open up your throat chakra here, finding your own voice. Feeling that expansion in your ribs, chest. And then gently coming down. Our milder version for this practice would be called Candlestick. So make sure you're grounded through your sacrum. Lift your right leg up, left leg to join. And just arms can hang out here. Legs can become heavy as they become effortless. Try to stay here for more than 30 seconds actually. It really feels good. Maybe do this before you go to bed. Maybe if you have a headache, this is probably a nice way to calm down, feel relaxed. For this practice purpose, we'll stay here only until now, but you can always take it into your own practice. Stay longer, bend your knees, bring your feet down to the floor. We're gonna take our, I think, second to last pose or third to last pose. It's called wind releasing pose, where you bring your knees into your belly, so your belly feels that pressure of your thighs against it. You can hold on to your knees and stay here like this, right? Wherever you can hold your legs. Or if you're able to, wrap your arms around your shins. So hold on to your wrist or elbows if you're able to. Maybe your next pose or your next level would be bringing your eye sockets into your knees, lifting your shoulders. Gently lower one thing at a time. Feel that release. Next, we'll be doing our reclined twist. So shift your hips over to the left side of the mat. If you're stacking your knees, keep your knees together and lower them to the right side of the mat. And then extend your arms out in T. You can look up to the sky, ceiling, or turn your head to look at your left shoulder, left fingers. Notice your breath here. Notice where you feel this in your body. The closer your knees are to your chest, the intense the twist can be. If it's too much to stack the knees, you can always stagger one on top of the other. Or you can lower your both knees away from your chest. And if you need anchoring, bring your right hand over your left knee. And we'll switch onto the other side. So come back to center. Shift your hips to the right side of the mat. Stack or stagger your knees. Lower them down. Turn your gaze to your right fingers, relaxing your belly, your right shoulder. Feeling this twist in your side waist. Gently coming back to center. Our last pose for the day, for this practice, is Savasana, which is as important as any other pose, just to acknowledge all the efforts of your body, your breath, and giving your body and mind some rest, some peace. So let go of any controlled breathing, relax the toes, your fingers, maybe keep your eyes closed. Feeling that belly rise, ribs expand. Notice the slowing down of your body, your breath, your mind, your thoughts. You can stay here as long as you want to, as much time as you have. For this practice purpose, we're going to move on. Start to deepen the breath, filling the belly and emptying it. Wiggling the toes, the fingers, circling your ankles and your wrists. Full body stretch, arms overhead, point the toes. Step your feet in, and then hug your knees in. Gently make circles with your knees in both directions to give a little massage to your back. Holding the backs of your thighs, start to rock forward and back, finding your seated posture. Allow yourself to ground down, finding the uplift in your chest, length in your spine. Join your hands to prayer at your heart. Take an inhale breath. Bow your head over the prayer. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and practicing with me. Hopefully you have subscribed to my channel, Yoga with Bina on YouTube. Like the video, comment on it, or share it with your friends and family. Hope to see you on the mat again. Namaste.